Again, if I hit the tab key, all of the images disappear, but that gives me that initial piece to look at. Take the selection tool and either select everything that's here and just edit and copy it, or Command C. And I have Photoshop already opened here, so I'll just click on that. Just go to New, and when I do a new file, the new document that shows up, each time they update the software, they change it. The clipboard is going to be highlighted because it's going to take what I just copied onto the clipboard in order to create the image size. But I'm just going to go to Print and just go Letters right there and click OK. And this will pop through. And I have the crop tool selected, so I'll just select this piece. As soon as I just go to Edit and Paste, it'll come in with these options that you may have seen and remember. A Smart Object allows you to re-edit it in Illustrator. Pixels brings it right into the format. It's at a 300 resolution, so that's pretty good. Paths and a shape layer, a little more definitive. I'm just going to go with the pixels and click OK. So there you have this image. You can rescale it or resize it. The nice thing is if it's on an image, you can make it pretty large, and that way you're creating the file resolution much higher by making the image bigger. If it was very tiny, you hit OK and then try to expand it, it'd show a little pixelation. I'm just going to keep it as it is, hit return or the checkbox that's up here. And just to show you that it's transparent pixels that are behind this. Okay, so I'll keep it on there. And then all this is just an effect of bevel and emboss. So when I double click the layer or click down, that's one option to get that style. Or if I come down below here, you can click on this and it does the same, bevel and emboss. So you have these options to go from. But I'm just going to double click the layer style and go to bevel and emboss. And when you see this, it just has each function that you have on the left has a whole window of options to the right. And if I just go to the depth, right now it's at smooth. If I go to chisel hard, it'll give it a little bit more of a look to it. So you can see it has that extension to it. So when you take a look at the original, this is what is coming down. And you can use the arrow keys that's in pixels, so you can adjust it over on the side and you can see it. Now it's working with the entire logo, so I'm going to cancel that out of there just to show this to you. And I can take the polygon tool and just click and select, and it's pretty nice with this one because it's straight line coming across, and it's on this layer. So I just go to Layer and go to New and Cut. So what I've done is I've cut the words out of the logo like that. So if you can remember some of these pieces from Photoshop. The other one that you can do is you can select with the magic wand tool, click on this layer, and I'll just click into the red part. I'll zoom in so you can see it, and just do this one, go to Layer, and cut this out too. So now this is on a separate layer. So I have the words and this red part cut out. Okay, and as long as it's touching, contiguous is what they call it, this blue, it's wrapping all the way around the eagle. Shift key or click the icon here for adding, and that has this piece connected. It's on this layer, and I'm just going to go to Layer and cut that out. Okay, so just to show you what that was allowing me to do, since they all become a little bit different, here's the background layer, so it's transparent, and these are all on separate layers. You could have kept it all on one, but I just saw the bevel was a little too much for what I wanted. So here's the outer edge. I'll double click on that layer, click on Bevel and Emboss, and this is just on this outside, and the I think I have the planes on there as well. So here's the size of this. I'll just increase this a little bit, and it'll bring it up a little bit. So here it is smooth. I'm just going to go chisel hard just to see it. And like I said, this is your artistic preference, but you can see what it's done to the planes, the beak, and the thing, everything that was left over on that. And why this is over here, I could just double click on the next layer, or I can actually take this little FX, which stands for effects, and just Option and drag it, and it'll copy it onto this, and you can see how maybe a little too much on the red. So you just double click, go back into Bevel and Emboss. So now I just copied it over there, and now I can dim it down just a little bit so it's not too much. So I can still see the points and the stars, and click OK. And if I like the look of that one, I can copy, Option, and drag this down onto the level that has that, and it brings this part up. So here we go with this one. Bevel and Emboss there. So it'll give you a couple of options. So there's the section again. So you can either double click on the layer or just click on Bevel and Emboss right here. So it gives you that look to it. It should update this as we go. Just adding to it. So clicking on that. So it's just a matter of your taste, how you like to make that piece look. Here's the part for the type, and here's the part for the wings. So here, instead of copying it, I'm just clicking on it individually to build that part up. So now, same idea, just to make this a screen capture much easier, just hit the Tab key, the letter F key once, so highlight it, subtract it here, and Command-Shift-4 will allow you to take that image right there and make a screenshot of it.